Las Vegas leads nation in glut of homes for sale. Las Vegas flooded with homes nobody wants to buy. Hey everyone, I'm Kristen.
I'm Steve. We are the Thomas Group with Real Broker, your local Las Vegas and Henderson Realtors.
And we are here today to bring you your October 2025 Las Vegas real estate market update. And those were just some of the headlines that have come out in the news in the past month or so, 2 months.
I mean, I would say extremely dramatic.
Yeah.
And, we will go into obviously the numbers with you and explain why we believe this is, overly dramatic. And honestly, the reason that we wanted to do this is because a lot of our clients actually aren't here in the Las Vegas area. Because we have a YouTube channel, we naturally attract people that are living all around the country and are wanting to relocate here. And I know a lot of them send me, articles from Las Vegas Review Journal. Like one of my clients just sent me one about the mosquitoes, and it made it sound like we can't even go outside anymore.
I can't go outside. After that last rain, I couldn't go outside.
There was quite a few, but it's not like Florida or anything like that, right? You might see the odd one or two here and there, but it's dramatization. So we just want to bring to you what we believe is the truth now. Is the real estate market slower than it has been? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not trying to cover something up. People are always like, those Las Vegas realtors will say you anything to sell you a house. We won't.
Yeah, we're not going to sell you a house and then peace out and you're never going to see us again. We want to be in your life. We want to be in your lives forever. So we want to be like family. But anyway, those headlines, just really quick, I wanted to touch on them. I traced them all back to one thing that came out from Redfin that tracked the amount of inventory, how fast homes are selling in 50 major metropolitan areas. And Las Vegas ranked highly in some of those numbers and in change year over year. But that is one data point. So these news sources are citing one study, but they don't understand what's actually happening in Las Vegas. It's like during COVID when all the news articles were like, the real estate market's crashing, and we're like, we are getting 3 calls a day and we can't even answer.
We're so busy. Yeah. It makes you wonder, some of these people just write articles just for the clickbait.
Yeah,
to get you there.
Yes,
because there's zero accountability in.
Well, what they're saying, the data is true, which we'll get into. Inventory's up.
Saying about the luxury.
That wasn't true.
Yeah.
Let's get started. So let's start with our single family home statistics. Median sales price this last month was down. It is down 2.1% month over month and down 2.1% year over year. It's at $470,000. In July, in the summer, it was at its peak that it's been in forever at $485,000. So that is down. Median sales price is down. Interestingly enough, the average sales price is up 6% month over month and up 3% year over year to $617,000.
Right. Why is that?
Look to tell you, we are seeing the luxury and ultra luxury market do exceedingly well here, while there has been a slowdown in the lower priced sales that we're seeing in the Valley.
A younger agent in our team just asked Kristen, a great question, right? Is why is that? What's been happening? What was your answer?
I was just going to turn it around on you. You're giving me all the questions. Yeah, absolutely. But what's been happening is that, first of all, people that have more money are less affected by shifts in the market. That's number one. Number two is that a lot of people that are buying here are saving money compared to where they're coming from. We don't have a state sales tax. We've talked about this in the past. I've literally had clients say, what I'm saving on my state sales tax is my mortgage payment per month.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything I missed? Do you think why that's happening?
No, I think that's the reason, right? Yeah. Is, a lot of not all of the luxury homes, but there's a large percentage of those are being paid for in cash, right? So they're not necessarily worried about jumbo loan rates or anything like that.
They are worried about their investment portfolios, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I just want to highlight this a little bit, that when people with a lot of money, wealthy people, are still moving here and still find the Las Vegas area as an attractive proposition, I believe the rest of the market, will pick back up again in that regard. It's just right now there's a big market segment that's struggling. So we've seen this in the high rise.
Yeah, high rise is the exact same. So my teammate Kristen and I do our high rise market update every month, and high rise had its, if it wasn't the highest, it was the second highest average sales price like we have ever seen. There was 9 sales over $1 million and quite a few over like the 3 million, which is what we call the luxury. So these sales are happening.
Yeah, the headlines don't tell the
full picture. The full picture. Yeah, absolutely. And all right, let's talk about sales. So units sold was 1,884. That's up 2.7% month over month and up 5.2% year over year. So we did see a little uptick in sales. I think that's because interest rates came down.
Honestly, I'd just be guessing. I don't think they came down enough.
Enough? You don't think so?
I don't know.
I feel like all of our listings, except in like Las Vegas, I think all of our listings, the showings and stuff have certainly picked up since interest rates went down to low 6s.
Yeah, that is true. But we also do, just plain devil's advocate, have a little surge at this time of year.
We do.
Year.
You're right. We do.
After
School starts
down,
and then before the holidays.
Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you're right.
We do get busier.
But it's up 5% year over year too. So
that's good.
Yeah. However, pending sales are down 9% month over month and down 9% year over year. So next month we're going to be coming to you with a little different story, which is interesting because interest rates have gone down again.
When you say a different story, what do you anticipate?
I think kind of steady. I don't think the median sales price is going to see a drastic decrease. I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Okay.
What do you think?
No, I don't know. I was just curious as to what you thought.
Yeah. Okay, here is the one where the articles are really pulling and with making these drastic headlines is our inventory. Inventory for single family homes is at 7,502 units available. That's up 4.1% month over month and up 37.4% year over year. That number, like in the middle of the summer, year over year, we were up over 50%. So we're starting to see it stabilize a little bit. It's not like it's continuing to increase exponentially. Yes, exactly. New listings are down 1% month over month. That's pretty much the same, up 11.7% year over year. And our months of inventory is at 4 months of inventory. That's up 1.4% year over year and up 30.7% month over month. And what I thought was interesting when I saw some of those sensational headlines, like Las Vegas is the slowest market, I said, okay, really the best indicator of like if it's a slow market or a fast market, is this months of inventory. What is Austin, Texas at? Austin, Texas is at 5.9 months of inventory. That's a slower market. That's more a buyer's market. Los Angeles is at 4 months of inventory. That's the same as us.
Yep.
So maybe it's like it slowed fast. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it slowed that fast.
Yeah, so there's something that I'd like to just briefly talk about that, I think is important to share with our viewers, because, we do have people that say, we're always trying to sell the positive, and honestly, we're not. We are just generally positive people, but we just do bring you the data.
Yeah, we're still selling homes.
We're just telling you what's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been doing this for 10 years. Yeah. But something that you might not be aware of is Kristen and I also own a title and an escrow company. And in our last report that we had, the statistics of the business, if you like, there is a huge amount of HELOCs and refinances coming through.
Oh, that is so interesting.
Now, I hope some of you are out there going, why are people refinancing when interest rates are so high? Unfortunately, they need the money.
That's a little bit worrying.
Right. So the US has got the highest amount of credit card debt that we've had. I do feel like there is, there's geopolitical tension. There's still a lot of instability in the market.
Absolutely.
That creates fear, right? And the stock market isn't been doing particularly well recently as we record. So, we're going to keep our eye on this, you guys, and keep genuinely giving you the data points that we're seeing. Living here in town, owning real estate, not just our own home. We own multiple rental properties as well. Like, we're living, breathing it, you guys. And one thing that's interesting about real estate, and I've said this before, is it doesn't just crash overnight. Like the stock market can go 25 points down, blah, blah, right? Real estate doesn't do that, even in the 2008. But we can start following trends.
Yes.
We will keep bringing this to you,
we keep
giving you
seeing it
our
reading
opinion.
it down. Yeah.
Yeah, there might be something else that we have to be watching out for here. So
Yeah, and I think to touch on your point too, I don't want to appear overly optimistic. It is a slower market, and like I just went on a listing appointment, and I told them straight up, like, it's a slower market. I will not take this listing at this price that you're thinking, because I'm not gonna be able to sell it. Like, we need to be realistic. If your house is listed and you get an offer, you need to seriously consider what you can do to make that offer work for all parties. But it's not this. It's not like the market's crashed.
No, not at all. We've been putting properties on the market that have been getting multiple offers.
You have, because Steve prices things well.
But in certain communities.
In certain communities.
Right, which again is a whole nother topic. That it's.
Why don't you tell them where you've been getting multiple offers? Because I'm surprised that community is so popular. Tuscany. Where's Tuscany?
Tuscany is arguably the best value guard-gated community in the whole of Clark County. It's in Henderson, in between community of Cadence and Lake Las Vegas. It's got a great golf course, Chimera, on there. It's always in phenomenal shape.
Nice clubhouse.
Great clubhouse. guard gated. It's sometimes people find it's a little far out for them, but just depends on what's important to you. But yeah, like I said, some communities are really, really hot, and some communities, like, you can't even give away a house.
Yeah.
So you do really have to pay attention to where you're buying or selling. Yeah, so absolutely. With that, if you need help, call us.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to condo and townhomes. The median sales price for condos is down 1.3% month over month to $294,000, and we're down 1.8% year over year. The average sales price for condo and townhomes is down. That's because there's not that luxury. There's a few in Summerlin that are shown in here. This is not the high-rise market. The high-rise market is a whole other data set point. So in our regular condo and townhomes, there's not that much luxury product. So I'm not surprised to see down 5.8% month over month, about the same as
it would be interesting.
Year.
Maybe next month we can pull a separate market segment just for the luxury and see.
Luxury what?
Like above $1 million.
For a condo and townhomes?
Oh, sorry. We're in condos and townhomes. Yeah. Thought I was installing.
Welcome back. All right. Well, let's move on to closed sales. This is a weird one. Exactly the same as last month, 485, and down 0.2% year over year. That's pretty much the same. Pendings are down 4.5% month over month and down 3.3% year over year.
Well, not quite as slow as the single family in that regard.
No, not quite as slow as a single family. And I think that's because obviously when people don't have a big budget to spend, they branch out into condo and townhomes, even if they were just looking at single family. I'm revising my earlier statement. I think we might see prices go down a little bit. And I think especially heading into December, I know like the past couple years, there were some incredible deals to be had in December. Yeah. Like truly, if you guys are thinking about buying, and I've actually even advised some of my new construction clients this, just wait until we get closer to the end of the year. I think there's going to be some really good deals to be had.
The new construction, the builders need offloading, product for end of year. Right?
Yeah.
And sellers, in the traditional resale market, it's just not as active. And the great time I found, or the great properties to try and identify, have been the ones that came on the market in the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And now they're super nervous.
Yep.
They're pestering their agent. What's going on? 3-4 months, nothing's happening. We need to be in Florida. Like,
they get scared.
And, we like to take advantage of people, but we can definitely be aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. The inventory for condo and townhomes is up 1.8% month over month, up 50.5% year over year. So that is a really big increase year over year. 885 new listings taken last month. That's down 3.7% month over month and up 6.2% year over year. our months of availability are 5.4. That's up 1.8% month over month and up 50% year over year. So that is definitely, I would say, a buyer's market for condo and townhomes here in the Valley.
Piggybacking off what you're stating about the condos and townhomes being a buyer's market, I would say that is still very community specific. I wouldn't say that's, blanket statement across the whole of town. But if you're, shopping, selling in a particular area, Kristen, myself, our team, we would love to help you. You can find all of our information on our website, thethomasgrouplv.com. But for now, hope you have a great Halloween and we'll see you in November.
Bye.